Hi guys, welcome to the sixth episode of Chef Tales with Sarah. And today I'm very excited to introduce my very special guest to you. He's very special to me specifically because he has been an instructor to me at Scafa Lahore. We would observe him in the kitchen and he would just be in a zone doing his own thing, so calm, so controlled, and so focused. I remember at that time I used to get so inspired by the way he used to work on breads, on plating, and we ended up calling him the god of breads. So he doesn't know that yet, but yes, that's what I used to call him along and with my friends, and that used to be one of the most amazing experiences in the real kitchen. To tell you more about him and less about me, he originally will be his story will be very inspiring for a lot of you, and especially for those people who feel like maybe they're not in the correct career path, because he started off working in HR for the Virgin Atlantic, and soon after he realized his passion really did lie in cooking and culinary. So he switched off, left his job, went directly to Scafa Dubai, where he took up his diploma. He excelled in that and left Scafa like a proper trained chef. From there, his first job was as a demi chef at the Prestige Shangri-La Hotel under Peruvian restaurant The Act, winning the Best Latin American Restaurant BBC Good Food Middle East 2014, and that's where he picked up his cuisine specialty, which is Latin American and fusion cooking. Now in 2015, he started working as a chef instructor back at Scafa, where he was an instructor in Dubai and Lahore. And when he came to Lahore, that's when I got the chance to be his student as well. Feeling very honored right now. So he was teaching there for 3 years and moved on and joined the culinary boutique as a sous chef. And believe it or not, under a year, he got promoted to this head chef. And like I said, he's so determined, so focused. That's one thing we all could learn from him. Currently, he is working as the executive chef in one of the most talked about, the most coolest, the most hippest, most, just the place to be in Dubai, the best cafe. Oh, so fun, serving the most amazing afternoon teas and whatnot. So he's currently the executive chef at Lulua by Nadia, and if you just Google their page, you would be astonished. You can really see Chef Samuel Wole Momoh's work in it. So yes, that's the chef we have today for you, and I cannot wait to hear his side of the journey and story, his struggles and inspirations, and anything that he would like to teach us. So let me just add Chef Wole Momoh to this conversation. Hi Sam, how are you?
Hi Sarah, how are you?
I'm very good. Very long
Good.
time.
I know, right? It's been ages. It's been what, since 2015?
I think so, yes. And you have just been going high up the ladder, climbing, like anything. And I was just introducing you when I said he has been one of the most focused and so in control. Like I used to see you before you even became my instructor, when I was still studying from Cristobal. I used to see you in the kitchen. You were just, a breeze. You were working so cool, composed, and calm. You were in your space. You were handling everything so efficiently. like it would just come and flow out of your hands. And I was just telling them, I used to call you in my head the god of bread, because it was amazing the way you would make bread, the way, and we were like, oh, you know, how did he do that, and why can't I do that? So guys, I have tasted so many amazing breads that he made. I've been very, very lucky to have taken some classes from him. And you know, our classes used to be more fun than very serious, because you know, I remember we would play songs and we would talk about
Yeah,
experiences, and it was
yeah.
really great, you know. So Sam, I call him Sam, guys, you don't have
No,
to.
no, no, no. I'm fine with Sam. I'm fine with Sam. It's my first name, so I'm totally fine with it. So hi everyone. It's an honor to be on this live session with you. It's like I said, it's
Pleasure is
been too
ours.
long. It's been too long.
So Sam, let's begin. How did you join this field, starting off as in a completely different career path, and then suddenly realizing this is where you need to be?
Okay, so for me, I'd always loved cooking, right? And back at home, it was not just the right field for um, an African guy, you know, to want to venture into, because your parents had expectations for you. They, you know, invested in you, you know, going to college, going to university, um, doing a whole lot, you know, try to further your education beyond just university, like, go for like your master's program. Some will even wait for you to, you know, get your doctorate, like, you know, they will push you to that limit just, you know. So for me, it was more of
Exactly like Pakistan, by the way.
I know. I have a clear case. I know I met so many nice lads in Pakistan that their parents really didn't approve of them cooking, and I had to talk to the folks like, you know, this is a good career path. Um, but you know, it took time for me to um, get the courage to get where I am exactly right now, because one, cooking makes me happy. For me, it's not just cooking, it's a therapy for me. And I tell everyone,
Yeah.
when you cook, you're relaxed.
And
When
it
you
was very
cook,
obvious when I used to see you in the kitchen when you were doing your work, you know, whether it was precision plating, whether it was bread making, it looked like you were in this therapeutic mode.
yes, yes, I always am. I always am. See, the minute I like every other normal human being, I have my own troubles, I have my own worries. But you see, the minute I get, that was the first thing I kind of picked up the day I walked into Scafa. You see, I was so worried about a lot of things, yeah? I was going to decide between two culinary schools. But the minute I stepped into Scafa, everything disappeared. I wanted to be there. I wanted to cook. I wanted to learn. I wanted to see how, you know, the things that I saw on TV did not make sense to me. I was just so curious. So for me, it's a way of taking out stress and gaining so much, you know, mantra into you. Like you become a superficial person. Like you become like super cool. So for me, you know how to make bread A one day, you know, you already know the basics. So what's the next step? The next step is to learn how to make um, brioche, how to make baguette, how to make croissant, how to go into choux pastry. You know, you just keep on going deeper and it never ends. It never ends. So for me, it was just that, you know, maze of success. Like I am in a good place right now, but you know, I still feel like, you know, I need to get to that point where we start speaking about Michelin stars, and we will get there. We will get there, definitely.
So did you like from your when you decided to change your career and go into Scafa, become a student all over again? Did you find that support at home, or were your parents or your siblings, were they like kind of scared? Were they hesitant?
Uh, my dad in particular was a bit skeptical. He wasn't so supportive at the time. I made a joke with him last year when he was in town in Dubai. You know, I told him, I kept reminding him like, you know, you always wanted me to be a doctor, but guess what? I'm still saving lives right
Yeah,
now.
true, true, true.
Like, I'm still saving lives. So in the beginning, it was a bit difficult. My dad wasn't 100% supportive. However, I got the support that I needed, mostly from my mom, my friends, a few good ones to mention. I always had that support and will to always do better as long as I had friends with me and I knew I was on the right direction. So for me, it was more than sufficient, and cooking was inbuilt in me, so that was enough for me. It was more than enough.
That's amazing, you know, because I think without support, it's really hard to take, you know, such big decisions and change career paths and, you know,
Yeah,
then all of a sudden turn your entire focus on something else. So I think
true.
I'm so glad you got that, because then you ended up working initially. So tell us about your first job.
Okay, so um, my first job was a beautiful accident. Okay, so this happened in a way that so we always get some sort of offers at Scafa, yeah,
Yeah.
and they not like they push the best students, you know, they just push whoever is presented with the first opportunity to the first student. So I was not the first opportunity that came close to getting the job. Okay, there was another guy called Mohit, yeah, from India. Yeah, it was in my batch, and you know Mohit was presented with this same job at Shangri-La at the Act, and he was a bit, you know, choosy, and he said, "Oh no, I wanted to work in a five-star hotel, gain the whole five-star hotel experience thing in Dubai. I don't want to work in Shangri-La in a standalone hotel restaurant, blah blah blah." But for me, at the time, the trend was Peruvian cuisine. It was 2000. I checked the place out online. So for me, I always do my research thoroughly. I checked the place. I saw that it was star packed. When I mean star packed, they had all sort of artists coming in there. I got the chance to cook with the best chefs. I've actually done some cooking where we had Will Smith in the building, Kate Moss, Ellen DeGeneres, you name them. Like so,
Oh, wow.
yes, it was mind blowing for me, and the minute that opportunity came to me, I did not say no. I just said yes on the spot. I said yes. And you know, it gave me an advantage um, because they saw me like, you know, okay, this guy is a go-getter, you know. And that's what chefs, that's what they're like. They don't like people that would think, okay, because I've been in the kitchen for 5 minutes, I'm a genius. No, you learn every day. I still tell my team today,
Yes.
up to date, like I learn every day. So I'm not perfect. I have that tendency of making at least 10% mistake in my career, which is fine, you know, as long as the margin is not too um, big. So for me, I keep it like, even when you're presented with an opportunity, take it, no matter how bad it is, no matter how good it is. Take it. It's an experience. You never forget an experience, good or bad.
And chef, can't we can't just start off in like a, you know, Burj Al Arab. We can't just start off in something like that.
No, no,
You
you can't.
always
You
have to
can't
work
start. You can't.
upwards.
No, you can't start. You can't just start at Burj Al Arab. I mean, you will be blessed to just start at Burj Al Arab. Like you would have to know a great deal of people. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I built my career to a point where I felt super confident and I felt so good. you know, back at home, like 2011, 2010, I would always watch MasterChef, and I would be like, oh wow, I would love to be these guys someday. 2014, I was cooking with them at Scafa. You know, they all came through to Scafa, MasterChef Australia, the whole crew, Chef
Oh,
Bennett,
wow.
Chef
What an
Gary.
experience that must have been.
I mean, and they were just normal people. Like I could bet, you know, Chef Cristobal was fantastic and way better than most of them, you know. But you know, at the end of the day, it was something worth seeing. It was something worth living for. So for me, I just took that big chance and I said, you know what, uh, I will make it in this industry. And alhamdulillah,
Well, you
thank
did.
God. We're still soaring, so.
But every time I see your work, and I'm completely mind blown because I mean the stuff you're producing at Lulua right now. Oh my God, it is to die
Well,
for. And
well,
I can see your style in all of the stuff. I can actually tell that this is, curated by you. It's so obvious, the love and effort and the amount of passion that must have gone into the menu curation, the presentation. It's amazing. So before we move on to Lulua, can you tell me
yeah.
why you decided to come back to Scafa and maybe teach a little?
Okay, yeah. So that's a very very good question, and it's interesting in the sense that so many people don't understand why I went back to Scafa. So I could have stayed in the restaurant and continue working just to gain experience for experience sake, yeah. But I needed I needed some extra finesse to my career and to my cooking. And good thing was Chef Francisco and Cristobal presented me with this opportunity. And I did not see it like, oh, I was going to teach other people what I knew already. No, I was going to teach them, but also learn from them. Because the more you teach, the more you learn, the more you get
Definitely.
better at it. It's like
Definitely.
it's like singing. I don't know how to sing, but the more you train your voice, you get better at
Yes.
it. Your vocals get better every day, every day. It's the same thing with cooking. If you're in the restaurant, you have the same menu for 3 to 6 months. Yeah. Whereas in Scafa, it's a rotation of everything around the world. You know how we do it here. We start from the
Yeah, yeah.
Italians. We start with the basic, the French. We go into the internationals. We go to Peru. We go to Japan. We go to Pakistan, India,
Yeah.
Middle East. We cover the whole Mediterranean, and it was just very vast. And for me, it was the best way to get more knowledge about
And
food.
I think like one thing is visiting different people, and getting to know more cultures and their cuisines also. Like when you were in Pakistan, I remember we used to hang out, eat out. Oh my God, those
I was so
chicken
far.
handis and puri parathas
I
and
know,
mango
yeah.
lassis.
I was
But
super fat in Pakistan.
oh no, you were not. He was
I
never
was.
fat. He was never fat.
I
He's
was.
been the fittest all through. And I mean, even that I feel is such an experience. I mean, you're on rotation, you're in another country, you're learning about their cuisine. When you have different students, I'm sure you would pick up one or two things from them as well.
Definitely.
Talking about their experiences and talking about the kind of food they make at home. So I'm sure that would also like add
Oh,
up
Yazir
to.
is online. Oh, sorry.
Yes,
Hi,
Yasser is
hi,
also
Yazir.
here. Somebody who's
Sorry.
managing my other page as well. She wrote that you look like Will Smith.
No, I don't think so. No, Will Smith. Hell no. He's
we
a
have
way
a
finer
hottie
man,
we
please.
have a hottie online. Everybody's going hoo hoo ha ha over you. So Sam, tell me, like, so yeah, so you were telling that you wanted to learn more.
Yeah.
And you got back to Scafa.
Yes. So I got back to Scafa just, to brush up my skills and to make sure that um, my mind was generally open. So what I did was, while I was back at Scafa for a while, okay, well, this is not kind of allowed in Dubai though, but I had that platform at some point that I was able to, go to Scafa and then still go to work for a period of time. Like, so I was shuttling both, I was doing on the average 16 hours, no, on the average 14 hours, 8 till 2 p.m. at Scafa, and then 3 p.m. till 12 a.m., sometimes 1 a.m. at the restaurants. But all of this prepared me for now, prepared me for. So when I hear young lads in the kitchen, I have some kids in the kitchen, they say they're tired after a 10 hours shift. I'm like, you're 22. You're 22. I am not that young, and I can still stand for service for hours, But for me, I just wanted more experience, more exposure. Like you said, I got to learn more about other cultures. Take for example in Lahore, I learned a lot. The beef tongue, the karai, the andi,
The
the
lassi.
paratha, the mango lassi. I make better. I'm sure I make
Yes,
better
you do.
mango lassi right now than a lot of Lahori people. So
Yes. I
I
tried
I
that in
just
Scafa one day with you.
yes. I just kind of picked up more knowledge along the line. And it was good for me, because I was able to brush up my fusion skill, which is what I really specialize in. So I can take something from your country and mix it up with something from, let's say, Indonesia, It's a fusion already. So I take two cultures and then I blend it together, and the outcome is always amazing, something you would never think of.
This is such a
So
beautiful way of combining foods into fusion. Using your experience in one country and another. Oh my God, I could not even have thought about that. We think about food fusion in a different way completely. Just,
yeah.
take our dish and yeah, let's bring a different take to it. But I mean, the way you were saying, it really makes so much sense.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
somebody's asking, did you used to work with Luther?
Oh, yes, I did work with Chef Luther. Yes, I did. Oh, yeah. So this person must know Luther. Yeah, yes, I did. Yes, I did. Luther was an amazing chef. It was fun. It was fun. It
I
was it
think
was
you've
a fun
also
trip.
been quite lucky with the people you worked with.
Yes. Surprisingly, I have never had a bad experience in the kitchen in terms of staffing. Um, well, I mean, like my colleagues, like my mates, and I've always had people that were humble, people that were very educative and full of knowledge. So no matter what I had to offer, I could gain more from them. And as much as I could give, I would always give. So
That's amazing. Um, Chef, tell me one thing. Talking about Lulua, how is Lulua? Like, what would you say? What is the style that you brought there? How do you
are you guys
feel?
sure you want me to talk about Lulu?
I am just so excited. I've been following their page and it's just getting me so
Yeah.
hungry and mouth watering all the time.
Okay, I'll just say hi to everyone again. Hi, everyone joining. Okay, so Lulu, I'll tell you the origin of Lulu. So um, I kind of got another offer in Saudi Arabia, and I was on the verge of leaving Dubai. So Saudi right now is the place to be. In terms of culinary as well, because they're being more open. Yeah.
Yeah.
they're being more open, they're being more diverse. They're food lovers right now, and you know the market is booming. It's
Yeah.
booming. If you're a chef and you get any gig right now in Saudi, you know, two things: the growth is fast,
Yes.
the money is Arab. That's
Good. It's
real
good.
Arab money. You know, that's real Arab money. And I was like, okay, yes, you know what, Saudi, yeah, I come. And I made up my mind, like, okay, yeah, I have a family back here. I was like, okay, I had an agreement with them. I said, okay, I'll be in Saudi for 3 months. I'll come back to Dubai for 1 month, and that was the deal. So I was meant to. Hi, Rob. I haven't.
Is Chef Rob here? Oh,
Chef
hi,
Rob is
Chef
there.
Rob.
Hi, Rob. So, you know, I was on the verge of going to Saudi, and then a good friend of mine called me and said, "Hi, Sam. Um, I'd like you to go for an interview. Like, I know you're traveling, but you know, just check this place out." I was like, okay. You know, what's the worst that could happen? You know, I was leaving for Saudi in like 2 weeks, anyways, and then I went there, and I was
And you
stunned.
fell in love with it?
And I'm a sucker for beautiful things, and the place was one amazing. You know, the decor was beautiful. The kitchen was
It's
beautiful. It was
exquisite.
spacious.
Oh,
Yeah, it was spacious. You know, they had no staff. They had nothing, and the owner is just amazing. She is one of the nicest person on earth. I think maybe there are like 100 nice people on earth. I think she's top 10. You know, and I had to just make up my mind in like a couple of days, and I chose Lulua. You know, even if everything was not as the same, but my connection with Lulua was very strong. And again, I wanted to stay with my family back here in Dubai as well. So I chose Lulua. It was impossible. It was impossible. I had to build the menu. I had to do tasting, everything under 4 weeks.
oh, wow. Okay.
Soft opening, menu development, tasting, everything had to be right, staffing. It was just, and you know,
So this will always be your baby, you know?
yes,
It's
yes,
always gonna be it's always gonna have the special place in your
it
heart.
is my baby. It is very dear to me. It is very dear to me. So I kind of have an attachment with the place, and whatever I've created there is because I've been inspired by the things around me, you know, the people around me as well, and it's been a good journey so far. You know, we're getting a lot of recognition now on social media platforms, on what's it called, on press release. Um, you know, we're buzzing, and it feels good. You know, it feels good to. This time I made specially for you because I know we've been
I
back and
know,
forth.
I know. I was after your live for the past month, but I knew you had the busiest schedule, and you know, work was definitely crazy because I keep checking your Insta stories and Lulua
Yeah.
stories, and you know, I know you're making
Hi,
magic over there.
Alicia.
You're busy.
Hi, Alicia. I miss you guys. I
Alicia's
miss.
here as well.
Yes, my life
Wait,
by yes, that's Alicia.
oh,
I'm pretty sure.
hi.
Yeah.
Hi. Hope you guys are doing well.
Yeah, I'm sure. Alicia,
So,
I tried calling you though. I tried calling you, but I heard you're in Pakistan. So for
so
me, Lulu, yeah,
yeah, so
Lulu.
that's how you got there, and obviously it's going to always have a special place in your heart. But
Oh,
I mean, the way you've curated that menu, and you know, the even if I just see the afternoon tea platter, I mean, you can see how much effort, how much love, passion, how much focus has gone into that. And, you know, people like us or anybody else, they go, they have a good time, they definitely enjoy the food, the ambience, and everything. But I mean, we did never ever understand how much work went into this.
Yeah,
And
but you see, we enjoy it the most when people give the kitchen the compliment. You know, the not just for me, it's not just the chef. Yeah, I am one man, but what makes Lulu? It's the team. You know, from the front of house to the barrister to the kitchen porter to the demi chefs to the CDPs to the commis to the pastry chef. We all come as one,
yeah,
you know, and we put everything together to make sure that the end result to the customer is an experience, you know. Once in a while you'll get bad reviews, you know.
yeah.
It's it's normal, okay? It's
And
normal.
it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen everywhere.
It's definitely 100%. We're not a Michelin star restaurant. We're not a casual dining either. We do have our standards, however, you know. But what we've achieved at Lulua so far is, hi Damala, is that we've created such a standard that everybody that comes in, I promise you, they always leave happy with the memory of the food.
I'm 100% sure because, you know, you can
And
tell by all the
and
reviews.
yeah, one of the best things for me is that, you know, aside being in the kitchen all the time, I tend to come out often, you know, speak to the guests, say hi to them. So I've seen a lot of faces turning back often every Friday, every Saturday, every Tuesday. I know a lot of our regulars, you know. I know people that, oh, this is the particular table they like to sit. So um, it gives me joy to see that, you know.
Yeah. And you also
I
build
know
a
some
connection with
I
your
know some guests
customers.
I know some guests that immediately they walk into the restaurant, I tell the kitchen what to start making because they only come there for one particular thing. So I tell them start making the
Yeah.
Spanish omelette, start making the saffron this thing, start making the tender tataki because they all have like their individual preference. So it feels
And I
good
can,
to
you know, I can completely imagine, since Rob and Alicia are both here, I'd tell you one thing really funny. So the past year before COVID started, so Yasser and I were like dining at Scafa every
yeah.
alternate day or like every day, like at least 5 times in a week. So now by the end, you know, the moment we were outside, we'd step outside the car, we'd not even opened up the door. The manager would already place an order for my truffle mushroom risotto, my, you know, the cheesy garlic bread and the
Yeah,
lemon
because
iced tea. You know, it was amazing. And it's true, you know, where you feel connected, where once you like something, you're always gonna go back. And I keep
yeah,
telling them
definitely.
that I always miss their Hunan style chicken and I'm missing their cheesy garlic bread, and I tell them to, oh my god, please bring that back. So I can completely understand where you say that, you know, you see certain faces and you know, okay, this is what you have to prepare. And I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah,
investing in your customers and making that bond with them is also very special. It shows how passionate you are about your work.
yeah, yeah,
So,
true, true.
love you too.
Alicia.
So, tell me something, Sam. So, like, for me,
Oh, thank you
you
so
were the
much.
one.
So this is
Yes.
this is my oldest friend, one of my oldest friends. When he was in town, he came to Culinary Boutique, and thank you for the compliments, bro. Thank you so much.
It really means a lot to the chef, you know, it really means a lot because you forget all the 18 hours shifts, you forget
Yeah,
the 16-hour shifts, you forget every, you know, burn, cut, everything.
really,
This means everything.
till now, I still keep on getting buns. You know,
Yes.
this is fresh. This is fresh. I think maybe like the last 12 hours or so. But we tend to forget all of that
Yes,
with
definitely.
the busy service, like Thursday, Friday, Saturdays. Yeah.
Yeah.
From tomorrow, it's 8 a.m. till 12 a.m.
Good luck. Good
So I
luck.
come home, dead beat, and driving is even difficult, because
Yeah.
you have to drink a lot of. If I tell you the amount of espresso, double espresso, I have to pump into my system daily. I think today alone, I think I had maybe like 6 double espresso.
Oh my God. But
Yeah.
I feel like, Sam, it really, I mean, when you're in the moment, when you're in the kitchen, like this is what I used to feel in Scafa. So I remember the time when I started taking my classes. I had recently come out of an injury. I could not stand for long. But I remember, like, if I had a 4 hour class, I did not remember my pain for those 4 hours. So, if
Because
you're really like
yeah,
into something, you can't, nothing else matters.
like I said, uh, he said when it comes to bonds, I'll hunt you forever. So you see, like I said, cooking is a therapy. Yeah, the minute you get into your session, nothing matters.
Yeah.
I can be super down, moody, and everything, but when the breakfast service starts from 9 till 12, the rush is unbelievable. The rush is insane. We have a capacity, and this is the funny thing, yeah. Some months back, we were really really struggling. Like, we didn't have a lot of clients and everything. And the minute the rush started, it was insane. Full house. The waiting area has like uh, 4, 5, 6
Packed.
families. Waiting. Like that's just the waiting area, and the capacity is 110.
Yes.
110 to 120. So imagine having to feed that much people. Nothing matters at that point. No pain, nothing, no emotions,
Nothing
nothing.
matters.
You're just thinking food, service. This person must get the food. That person must, like you turn to Oprah, you get a food, you get a food, you get a food. Like you just have to make sure, and at the same time, you want to be careful and sustain that same standard and consistency.
Yes.
I always tell my people, finesse, 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 finesse. Uh, if you're quick and the food tastes like garbage, it won't mean anything. So you
Yeah.
have to always match your speed, with your quality. So
Always.
uh, I don't have a large team, but I have a small team and we're very efficient and we want to go larger. And inshallah, we would still open new
Inshallah.
branches. Yeah.
I'm very excited for that. And actually, I was just telling Yasi yesterday that I cannot wait to go back to Dubai and visit Lulua. And I'm going to call Sam and I'm going to tell him I'm coming over. So, really,
you,
really,
you,
because I'm drooling all the time. Every time I'm looking at your Insta stories and I'm looking at Lula's and I'm like, oh my God, when am I gonna get this? COVID, go away
I
now.
got a lot involved in pastry. So I'm sure Rob knows this, yeah. And most chefs, most chefs that are into cuisine, savory, we really don't like pastry, yeah. Not that we don't like it, yeah. We think it's a little bit, feminine, and you start connecting to your feminine side more and more. So you see, all those cute things you see is because I got I got stranded, I got stuck in pastry at some point, and
But somehow I always saw you. I mean, the way you would plate up desserts, the way you were, the precision you were using, the amount of concentration you would have on plating desserts. It was, I don't know, I always saw you inclined more towards pastry. That's
thank
my
you,
observation.
thank you. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you, Lish. I really
Alicia
do
is
miss
super
you.
sweet. She's always been so helpful. And I'm so glad we're
I
both
know,
watching this.
I know.
You know, I've been after Alicia to get me an interview with Rob, but he's camera shy. But I'm promising everybody that Rob will be on the show.
Rob, don't make me fly to
Rob,
Pakistan. Don't make me fly to Pakistan, buddy.
because everybody wants to know more about Scafa, you know. So
Yes,
people
yes,
have started
absolutely.
officially thinking that I'm the spokesperson for Scafa, and I was like, okay, no, we need to we need to tell
Yes,
people I'm just a
yes.
student. So you know, definitely Rob needs to be here. He needs to answer a lot of questions. Um, oh yes, definitely. I think.
Yes, I know they're strong. I know. I know
I
pastry chefs.
I'm with Alicia on this comment.
Yes,
Pastry
yes, yes.
chefs are
No
strong.
doubt.
You
No
need
doubt.
stronger
No doubt.
hands for all the pastry.
100%. 100%. You see, because this is the thing about pastry. Pastry is not like savory. It's not like the kitchen where
Yeah,
if you put too much salt, you can take out this and then add
exactly.
a little bit of a mushroom stock, have some white wine to cover the old taste, and everything is fine. No,
Yeah,
pastry is precise.
it's
You
a
miss one
science.
gram, you miss 1 gram, you
Exactly.
miss the procedure. You have to start. You know, um, I'm proud to say that I learned, and this, Alicia, take it from me. The recipe we're using in Lulua right now is for the croissant is what I've learned from Scafa, from from years back. And trust me, the process is simple, is accurate. There's so many things that I learned from Scafa that I can still I still use till date. Till date. We have one of the best croissant
Yeah.
in town. I can guarantee that. I can guarantee, you go to so many places, you try their croissant, it tastes like bread. Croissant is different.
Yeah.
You want to have croissant and you want to feel, you know, that richness of your butter. So many chefs just get any kind of butter. They will just use Anchor, no, you have to, there's a specific amount of fat in the butter that you need. And I learned all of this from Scafa, from Chef Francisco in
Yes.
particular, about croissant.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know how many times as a student I had to, make my croissant, and I was like, okay, I'm not good enough. But I keep going.
Such a lengthy process also.
Yeah. It takes 3 days to make a perfect
Yeah.
croissant.
Yeah.
3 good days. 3
Yeah.
good days.
But nothing's too difficult for you, Sam. You are the god of breads, remember?
Well,
I'll always call you that. The way I've seen you, I'm always gonna call you that. So
okay.
let's do like a rapid fire. Tell me
Okay.
5 of your top favorite ingredients in the kitchen.
Off my head, truffle oil,
Mine
rock
too.
salt.
Sorry, what's the second one?
Rock salt.
Rock salt.
Yeah, saffron at the moment.
Is the video stuck? Or are we live? Guys, could you message and tell me if the video is stuck? Just let me know, guys, if you can watch. Send in a message. Okay, so sorry for the disturbance. I'm just gonna add Chef Sam back. We had a little hiccup, but it's a little difficult having chefs live from Dubai. So hi to everybody who's joined in. We have Chef Sam today. That's what I call him, but it's Chef Samuel Wole Momoh. And yes, I'd be more than happy to answer your questions till we get him back on live show. So he was telling us all about his experience, how he started off. You know, he was working in HR. He took a shift, left everything, left his work, left his job, went right to Scafa. He went there, did his diploma, and got his first job. He worked there, and then he came back to Scafa to teach for 3 years. He was there, and I was lucky enough to be one of his students. He was the one, along with Chef Cristobal Ruiz, who introduced me to sous vide and also to the siphon. I think these were the two things that I had never used before. So both of them, yes, definitely get the credit for that as well. And apart from that, it was such an amazing journey in Scafa, learning from them, from their experiences, and also just watching them do their thing. So let me just check if we have Chef Moms. Yes, and he's gonna be right back. So sorry for this disturbance, and he's just gonna be back online with all of you. And we're waiting for him to join. Meanwhile, if you guys have any questions, you can shoot them at me. We are waiting for Chef Sam to join in. I think there's a bit of a hiccup in joining live. So if you guys have any questions for Sam till then, you can just write those, and maybe when he's back, we can have him answer all those questions at the end of the show. And if you have any questions for me, I'd be happy to answer those as well. Oh no, it says he's unable to join. We're gonna try again. Yes,
Okay,
we got you back.
Sorry.
No worries.
You know,
at all.
Dubai, and
the VPNs. So you were at your third favorite ingredient.
Yes. So I said rock salt. I said
Truffle oil
and saffron. Saffron.
Yes. Yeah.
Sashimi pepper. It's a blend. Yeah, it's a blend of it's a Japanese type of pepper. It's called togarashi. Yeah, it's called togarashi. Oh, it's amazing.
Like, I haven't tried it in my cooking. I might have tried it eating, but not tried it cooking.
Yeah, and
your last one?
Is garlic.
Sorry?
Garlic.
Garlic. So, Sam, two of our favorite ingredients are the same. So I have truffle oil and garlic on my top two as well. So that was fun. And also learning about a new ingredient. And I thought, you know, saffron really, like, but yeah, I get it because now, because you're working in a particular type of cuisine and type of cafe that you guys are running, I guess, and I can understand why that might be one of your favorites.
Yes, but so, you know, it's an interesting ingredient. You know, you should try it out. You know, it gives flavor and it gives a lot of difference to. You know, I have it with meal cakes now. I even have.
I only have tried it in like pilaf and you know, like a milk cake, and then again, like, we were trying these coffee series, and we tried it in that, in a tea series. So we've tried in those particular things, but we didn't really go very
deeper,
artistic. Yeah, not very deep.
I'll try and show you if I can with okay, if I can show you. I hope this. So I'm not sure if you can see this. So this is one of our best sellers right now. It's called Tender Tataki. It's called Tender Tataki. I'll just bring it closer to the screen.
Oh wow!
Now that's saffron mash. Okay. So what I've done is I've made my mashed potato. Yes. It's
guys,
very
we need
creamy.
to go. And Yasser is watching. Yasser, we need to go.
It's very creamy. It's very light. Tastes so good. you know, with the tataki, with the rock salt.
Oh, yeah.
I've done, it's a lot of thing
But it's
going on
very
there.
you, by the way. It's very you. Like I can tell, you know, when I see your food, I can tell. That's very you. So, tell me one thing. So, apart from a chef knife, what would be your top favorite kitchen equipment?
Um, I wouldn't say I have one, you know,
Just you.
but
You have
if
to pick one. No, that's the thing.
a peeler,
Really? I thought you were
a
gonna go
peeler,
with a whisk.
no, a peeler. Yeah.
That's an interesting choice. So, Sam, we've taken so much
Alicia
of
and
your
Rob
time.
will understand why I'm picking a peeler, you know. The,
There's
the
a
peeler is
story.
very sensitive in the kitchen. Yes, it's very very it's the smallest tool you have in the kitchen. Okay, I'll tell you a short story. Okay,
Yeah.
so from Scafa, I noticed that every time we had our peelers, you know, we had like 16 one day, and the next day we had what, 5? So I noticed that what the guys do is when they peel, their potatoes, peel carrots, peel whatever they have to do, they put it in a bowl and they cover it up with the
Peel.
mess, yeah,
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
peels, yeah. So when they trash it out, they trash it out
They
with the
trash out the peeler. Oh, wow.
So when I got to culinary boutique, I bought them peelers. The first thing I did, you know, the lava pan, the extremely heavy lava pans, yeah? I bought a rope. I connected the rope to the lava pan. And I
Oh
put
my
it,
God.
so, so there was no way they were throwing the peelers away
No
anymore. I
peeler
said,
went misplaced, I'm sure.
yes, till date, I do it in the restaurants right
You're
now
a
for them.
torture in the kitchen, are you?
Well, they have their fun days. They have their fun days,
I
and
only had fun days with you, so I'm sure it's not that bad.
yeah, killer drama. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
all drama. So, Sam, I am so excited that you gave us time because I really wanted my instructors at least to be here so I could like show
Rob, you're
off and tell
next.
the
Rob,
world.
you're next.
He is
If
next.
not,
He
we're
has
going to
to be
file
next.
we're going to file a petition, huh?
You know, and I have decided if Rob doesn't come, Alicia is coming. So, you know, Alicia is going to stalk his story. So it's up to them how they decide it.
I give you an idea, okay? Off the camera. I hope they can kidnap Rob, okay? Or kidnap
You know I
Alicia.
can do it, right? So
Yeah,
I'm up for that. Good idea. So thank you, Sam. Thank you for so much of your time. It's
Thank you
always
so
so
much.
lovely catching up with you.
Same
Before
here.
we go offline, I just want you know, a quick piece of advice, or something that you'd like to share with people who might want to come into culinary, who might want to shift their careers, or
Yeah.
just, you know, anything that you want to share with people watching and who are going to be watching later.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to say this to every aspiring chef out there, anyone who loves cooking. First, I'll go back to my first point that cooking is very deep in the sense that it's a therapy. So if you are passionate about cooking and you want to take it up as a career, and you have no doubt in your mind that this is the best decision you're making, please do not hesitate. Go for it. Make the best out of it. It's not easy, yeah. It's not the easiest of careers, yeah. Um,
Yeah.
I learned something from the guys at Scafa then, that cooking is equivalent to being a chef is equivalent to being a soldier. You have people's lives in your hands, right? I could make one tiny mistake and I take life from someone. So you need to take it very, 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 very serious. You need to pay so much attention to details. You need to learn all the time. You need to be open-minded, most of all. You can learn so much from people, and you get the best out of it still. Cooking is a good therapy in the sense that the minute you start cooking, nothing else matters because you're focused on just that one thing. You know, you're cooking and you just want to nail the best dish. You want to nail the best paella you've ever made. You want to nail the best jollof rice you've ever made. You want to nail the best risotto you've ever made. So cooking it's a different level. So if you want to be a chef, I advise that, you make sure in your mind that, tomorrow you're not going to run crying and say, oh, I had to stand 8 hours on today. I had to do a 10-hour shift. No. Make up your
Or
mind
if you had to
first.
peel for 4 hours constantly, doesn't matter.
I did that with Cristobal. He made me
Yeah.
peel potatoes for so long.
I remember my
said,
dishwashing,
Yeah.
dishwash. And to be honest, I mean, just to add to this point, I think I loved dishwashing, even kitchen. In a real kitchen, if you're crazy enough, if you're mad about it, if you're passionate enough, I think you're gonna love dishwashing. You're gonna love peeling. You're gonna love chopping. You're gonna love everything.
I promise you, you'll be super, super interested when you get to hear Rob's story, okay? You'll be super, super,
You're
super.
just pushing Rob further and further.
No, because Rob has a great story.
Oh
Rob
my
has a
God.
great story.
I said a professional kitchen. I love
Someone
washing
said, please
dishes.
wash my dishes.
If you have a professional kitchen, sure.
Yes. No, but people don't, especially in some parts of the world, people still don't appreciate chefs. They feel like, oh, but it's just food.
Oh,
No,
it's not a big deal. What have you done? Are you a chef?
no,
So what?
no. It's not just food. A lot of process went down getting you your dish. Um, Someone had to sauce the best prawns for you. Someone had to sauce the best steak for you. Someone had to sauce the best fresh ingredients, to make your dish
It goes back to
come
the
to you.
fishermen, to the farmers, to everybody involved.
That's why I say it's a therapy. There's a lot of connection, There's a whole lot of thing going on while you're cooking. So it's something too significant to be ignorant about, You can't just say, oh, I mean, it's just an omelet,
Yeah.
It's not just an omelet. You have to make, someone have an omelet and say, oh, wow, that was the best omelet I ever had.
Exactly.
Make a scrambled egg and let the person be like, oh, wow, I never tried a scrambled egg like this. Like, how did you make this, You have to leave an impression. That's what cooking is always about. You have to leave a very good impression, not a bad one, So there are places I would never want to visit again as a chef. I make sure that, yes, yeah. I make sure that whenever people leave the restaurant, before they leave, I go to them, and I say, how was your experience? And I started this from Scafa. Remember, because it was live cooking, There was no, I could tell your reaction by just looking at your face. Like I could tell if you loved something, So there's no point me walking down to you and saying, yeah, Israel, how was your steak? And then you go, it was nice. Like I can tell like you did not enjoy it, So which one place
You can
you don't like to visit in
completely
Dubai?
ignore his comment if you want.
I rather not say, okay? I rather not say. But don't go to any place, any restaurant that starts with C and ends with I, okay? It's a pepper, okay? It's I'll just say, never go to Chili's, okay? Never go to Chili's. Never ever go
Okay,
to
we weren't that
Chili's.
discreet about it now. We weren't very discreet.
I
Oh
would
God.
be, you know. But yeah, so for aspiring chefs, I would urge them to, give that commitment 100% in their heart and make the best of the time in the kitchen. Make the best of everything you have to offer and whatever you have to learn as well. You know, um, I keep on telling my team members, yeah, I don't want them to remain a commie. I don't want them to remain a demi chef. I don't want them to remain a CDP. I don't want them to remain a sous chef. I want to see them, successful. I want all of them to be successful. I
So
want
you're
them to come.
constantly inspiring them.
Yes, yes, yes. I mean, a lot of people made fun of me back at home, like, "Oh, dude, you're cooking. You want to be a chef?"
The same thing in Pakistan, though, that's what everybody thinks.
And I can clearly say today, I made the best decision of my life. You know, coming to Dubai,
Mashallah,
walking into
yes.
Scafa, no regrets. It's been the best time of my life since 2013. I obviously I have my own thing going on too, but my career, it's what makes me, wake up in the morning without six packs or without. I feel like, you know what, I got this. Like every morning. I wake up and I know that yes, I have to go to work. I have to feed people. I have to be that superhero again. Like it makes me happy. It makes me happy, and
And that's the most
I won't
important thing.
stop.
That's what
Yeah,
matters.
yeah.
Do something that you love. Do something that makes you happy. And
Yes,
I think
yes.
you will
You
accept
would
that.
never, you would, I get to cook at work. I come back home. After this, I still have to go make shawarma for someone. Again. So I still have to cook. So I cook at work. I come back home. I'm still cooking. Yeah, I cook at any time. I cook at any time. I cook 1 a.m., 2
Yeah.
a.m., midnight snacks. I can whip
Yeah.
something up real quick in the
Yeah.
fridge.
So this
What's
person
going
has
on?
joined us really late. So we had Chef Sam, better known as Chef Samuel Wole Momoh. He has been such an inspiration to me and to so many others that he's probably the people who've come across him. He was my instructor at Scafa, and I have such great memories of being around him, being inspired by him, learning from him, and uh, I still take back so much from the experience that I had maybe 5 years ago, 6 years ago. I can't even remember now. And
5 years.
the memories are fresh, and everything that I've learned is fresh, and they always stay with me. It was such a pleasure to have you. I know I bugged you too much to be here,
No,
and I
no.
know
It
you're
was
a
worth
busy,
it. It
busy
was worth it.
man.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
And
much
thank
for
you for
having
giving
me.
all the insights. Thank you for giving us tips, and thank you for sharing your journey. It's truly inspiring, and we wish you the best of luck ahead as well. And we're going to see you soon.
Soon, yes. Please come down. Come down soon. Okay?
We will be. We
Inshallah,
will be.
next year there will be a book, okay? There will be a book next year. I'll be writing a book by next year. So it's
We're so
about time to,
excited.
put my story out there.
No, I'm so excited you came, and thank you for your time. This has
Thank you
probably
so
been the
much.
longest interview we had, because it
Oh,
was so
wow.
fun and there was so much to learn from, because
Oh,
not
wow.
everybody shares the way you did. So thank you for being here.
I'm sure Rob will take like 3 hours.
Rob, a lot of pressure, Rob.
Yeah, a lot of pressure, yes.
A lot of pressure, Rob. So let's see.
Okay,
You know,
thank you so much.
after this, you go and call Rob. Tell him he's on next.
I will. I will. I'll drop him a message.
Thank you
Thank you
so much,
so much.
Sam. It was lovely
Thank
talking
you.
to you.
Same here. Same here.
Bye bye.
Ciao. Bye bye.
Thank
My
you,
regards to
everybody, for
everyone.
joining. If you
Thank you
joined in
guys.
late, this will be saved on my IGTVs. It will be saved on YouTube and our Facebook page. Do catch up on this talk. It was a lot of fun. There's a lot of learning. Take care. Good night, everybody.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.